I have arrived here to completely flaunt my incompetence at Yomi. I have really good goals and a really good self-esteem, so don't write in. At any rate, here are some random quick matches that I ended up playing against Southpaw Hare, and I didn't do so hot, so I wanted to review the tapes, as it were, and see maybe where I could have done better. Maybe a close reading, which I normally only reserve for literature, so we'll see how far I can get with something like this. At any rate, I'm going to go slow and play like only a move or so at a time. Really what I'm telling you is I'm not going to let it autoplay, and that this is probably going to take up an inordinate amount of my time. But you know what? We're here for that. Everyone loves good bout of people talking about Yomi, even if it's out of their ass. Because if you say dumb shit, people want to respond to that. See? Community engagement. I truly am a beacon. At any rate, let's dig into this. Let's see how I begin. Oh, please. Okay. I dodged. Mostly because this girl didn't want to get hit by the 2 attack. And why exactly I wouldn't have played the Jack or the Aces? The Ace I distinctly remember not playing because I couldn't get anything good off Patriot Mirror. It was going to really devastate my hand, and I don't have more than 1 spin. And of course, I should really just not remember, because I don't struggle to remember this. I should just emphasize that, like, sometimes going into positive spin off of Patriot Mirror is perfectly fine and valid. But additionally, I get greedy when I have 2 aces in hand, and I'm like, well, let's wait for the 3rd one to get a nice 30 damage off. So, I don't think it was god-awful, but now that I think about it, like, at that point, I think the dodge was just... I think it was inconsiderate. That feels weird, because we normally use that word to describe human relations. I guess ultimately I think it was just not well thought out. Like, it was trying to avoid one thing and then just completely, like, miss the boat on everything else. Okay, let's dig in some more. I don't know... Oh, it's skipping phases, so we will actually just let it autoplay for a moment. I'm obviously not going to use 2 truths, probably 6 block. See, and then I just jump into the problem that I was trying to avoid earlier. Southpaw Hare saw me coming, so he played the 2 attack, I block it, sets range, fantastic. Ugh. And now from here, the last time I had to play against a BBB at range with Quince, I ended up dodging and getting thrown all the time, and I guess that makes sense, because everyone knows that Quince has tons of dodges. Like, he's not going to beat you on the speed thing. Like, literally the only thing he can play are Jokers and AA, if he doesn't dodge you, so... And frankly, if he uses either one of them, like, Joker's worst case scenario, and probably Quince's favorite. Like, haha, I put aces in my hand, I got Patriot Mirror, I got Consent to the Governed, we good. Losing, like, playing ace-ace, okay, you got hit for it, you didn't take any damage, he's not in spin, he lost his aces. Like, that's an enormous investment bump, and you're even happier just to play normals. Like, oh, what's that, you can't beat them at all without Jokers? Great. So, yeah, overall, I think I need to put all of the moving parts together for characters to decide how I'm going to play. From this point, I suspect I'd probably block again, because I like to block initially at range to see how people are going to do things. But every now and again I like to be cheeky and play something that just loses, like Queen Attack. But I didn't. Oh, well, never mind. I did play something like Queen. I thought maybe the throw was coming, so I was like, 6 attack. And Southpaw Hare saw me coming, played the Queen. what does that really mean to me though? Like, he plays queen. Obviously, he was like, play something to beat it if you can, or dodge. And I played one dodge early and didn't play another one, so maybe he's saying I don't really have dodges, which I have. Now I have one dodge that I am finally getting rid of. Two dodges that I would prefer to save, but I guess I should be thinking about it in terms of they're recoverable with two truths. Naturally, I don't want to just blow them, but yeah. But if they're recoverable, then getting out of range is a priority, since that only favors BBB. He can't, at least not against Quince, he can't die at range. So yeah, I think I just started playing like an animal. Just like, what do I do? And here I believe I dodge again. Or not again, but I believe I dodge, and now I believe the king throws me. Like, he's always like a turn later to play what I expect. So that was not a good feeling for me. I was like, okay, fantastic. Now, of course, mix-up normal is incredibly good for BBB, because I can't beat them without a joker, or blocking correctly. But he doesn't go for the mix-up normal, instead he goes for the queen, probably because he expects me to block, and this time I'm like, playing a joker, getting out of range, getting aces. And so now I'm really loaded. I'm feeling good about it. I mean, I'm not super enthused to have gotten rid of my joker, but so be it. Like, BBB's burst damage is not that threatening, frankly. I don't know. What are the things I should be thinking about? He has a large hand, which either means he has aces or he can easily convert to aces. He has a queen, a king, at least. So obviously, king he can use 2 set range. And additionally, that tells me that he has a throw that beats my K-spin. I guess that's nice to note. Yeah. I'm at a loss. But let's see what happens. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I suspected that K was coming. I always feel like, and this might in fact just be true, but I always feel like the mix-up after getting out of range for BBB is like, play ace-ace or king throw. Sometimes maybe you just normal poke. But yeah. So I suspected that the king throw was coming, and not that running into Piston Hurricane would have been great, but I would rather be hit by Piston Hurricane than I would be thrown. Then I would rather be thrown by a king and have range second. Of course, I was hyper unsafe because he just played a normal, like a mix-up normal. Well, it wouldn't even be a mix-up normal, just a regular normal attack. He would have set range again. So I clearly played the risky Quince bunk shenanigans there. Now I'm almost certainly spinning king, maybe? Yeah, probably king. Get another one. I'm, definitely calling for the tax on throws. I will probably 2-true. No, maybe I won't. I got a lot of cards in hand. Then I bonk. And I think... let me tell you, seeing that, I was so disappointed. I was like, oh, if I had thrown, I would have deprived BBB of dodge. Yeah, as I go through this again, I don't think playing the queen there was a particularly good, like, choice. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's awful. But okay, so baseline for Quince against anyone. Obviously, the mix-up is throw or something that beats throws, aka attacks. In BBB's case, he has a couple. His 7 and 8, of course, just beat Quincy's king. They're not hyper-threatening, not great, but you're like, whatever. I'm on spin, took some damage, not feeling great, but I'm not feeling like super terrible about it. But king throw sets range for BBB. And you don't particularly care, mostly, if Quince draws more cards, because he has to use his good cards to get out of range. So you're like, yeah, blow him. And then what are you going to do when you're in range? Suck. So I think because of that tension a little bit, like, BBB of course knows, like, I feel threatened by those throws, I obviously don't want to go to range. And so he just kind of leveraged that. It's like, hey, I'm just going to block this. You throw it, okay, good luck, do damage. And I mean, like, quote unquote, I could do damage, not quote unquote. What? There's no skepticism there. I could do damage through Queen Pump Pump, but, and while he doesn't know this, that would not be a good look for my hand. Or I could attack on a jack, which isn't bad, it's 18 damage. I don't even have a normal stuff in between them though. So, yeah, I think he kind of called my bluff. However, I should recognize that it's also pretty telling to block with the 5. Like, BBB has an enormous quantity of blocks. Like, look at this. He has 6 ranks of blocks. And he blocked with a 5? And like, what's in the discard? Hardly anything. I really should have picked up on the fact that either he blocked with a 5 as just a poor decision generally. Like, I can see maybe wanting to conserve overdrive, maybe. I don't think you really need it versus Quince, but hey, you know, it's nice for the mix-up. And then, but like, what about the 8? I guess you don't want to get rid of a throw that beats Quince's king. But like, your 3 and your 4 are perfectly valid blocks, and you've only used 1 4 and no 3s. Or was it 2 4s? 2 4s. So, and frankly, even like a 2 block, I don't know. So I think I should have been more cognizant of how odd blocking with a 5 is, considering that BBB only has the 8 ranks of dodges. But then as you dig more into it, Quince can't really beat things at range without dodging. I don't know. I still think it was an odd choice. So, let's continue. What do I do here? Yeah, spin the K I spun last time. And now because I'm a patterned bitch, I'm almost certain I play the king again. I play the king this time. And now I believe I get caught. Oh, I don't. Oh, I was sneaky. Played a dodge side first. He tried to dodge my next attack. And yeah. Okay. So I don't 100% endorse what I think my emotional reasoning for doing that was, but I do like that I ended up taking advantage of Southpaw Hare thinking I was very afraid of king throw, which frankly I was. And he dodged in order to get rid of my suspected bonk. Alright, I take back face cards. We into it. King and Jack are valuable cards by themselves, and Queen, in my opinion, really kind of needs, well, if you're using the spin, you need the dodge in order to make it truly threatening. And I play the king again. Alright, I'm gonna slow down here because I should have. Like I was saying, Queen spin is threatening, but I feel like you need the dodge in order to make that truly worthwhile. Because otherwise, like, if you're on low hand, it feels a little too risky, frankly. But furthermore, like, if you're gonna tack it on as an ender, and you need 2 more cards to pump into it, at least 1, I honestly don't like playing Queen Enders unless I can pump it twice. And sometimes that puts me into trouble because maybe I pumped a little too freely. But, you know what? I'm not here to be afraid, Brenda. But anyway, I played the king honestly again, definitely demonstrating less fearfulness towards his king throw, and he keeps not playing it, so either he hasn't got one, or he only has the one and he's worried about losing it because he desperately wants it at range. So anyway, I get to mosey on past this jack. I almost certainly play Consent with the Governed into this. I have a rubric in mind where if he faces down, I'm more likely to throw, and he didn't, so Consent. And I believe I try and grab all of the aces that he knows about. We get a solid 30 damage in. At this point, I'm feeling very good. I'm like, okay, I've got a nice hand, we got good things, I can queen. Yeah. Ooh. But yeah, I have good spin, I have a good size hand, I have dodges, he overdrives, and I guess before I see what I actually did, what would I normal me, idiot me, yeah, I would pretty much stick to the spin here. I think, frankly, I would probably play the queen, because in my mind, overdrive mix-up is pretty predominantly the dodge king. So I'm like, queen really kind of covers that. If you play the king, I'll fucking beat the shit out of you. You play dodge, I'll spin it and punch your lights out. However, like, he knows I'm in spin. He knows that particular spin takes care of like raw king and dodge. And so ultimately, I think either I should have played Patriot Mirror or dodge. That is what I think would have been better, because I think playing like a mix-up normal here is so strong for him, because it costs him basically nothing. I mean, if I dodge it, it's pretty terrible. Well, it's terrible purely because he has low life, not because I normally... Oh, actually, no, I take that back. If I dodge that, if I dodge it and he doesn't have a joker, I can queen pump and delete it. So that should also be something I'm considering. Man, Yomi turns have so much going into them, and I like barely operate at surface level. I'm like a bug that rides on the surface of the water, and there are 14 million sharks underneath me. But I'm like, I don't know about it. Just using surface tension and science to skitter across a river. I kid. Well, I guess that would have to be one very calm river in order to maintain surface tension, because that should be roiling. Fine, I'm skipping across a lake. Y'all, Jesus. Stop quizzing me on tributaries and estuaries. Promontories? I'm kidding. That's not terribly relevant. Anyway, let's see what I actually did. Oh, I did play the ace. Oh man, I endorse me. There. I have Patriot Mirror mix-up. And... yeah, frankly, this should like 100% be mine. Okay, I went for the mix-up normal. And a dodge almost certainly. Oh. Yeah. There we go. Dodge that ace. What's he got? I'm probably just regular throwing here because it's lethal. Alright, into a joker. Not our favorite. But he is knocked down. Now, from here, okay, I am powering up my dodges. Skeptic. A shady move, if you will. You know what I would have liked to have seen from me? Oh no, never mind. I see why I didn't do that. Do the thing I was about to explain. I was going to say, I guess I can let him power up in my dream sequence. What I would have liked to have seen for me was maybe, since I had the 2 4s already, 2 trues, pull back a 4, and then I could power up for 2 aces to have consent. But I mean, that delays things by a turn, whereas Patriot Mirror now is just helpful. And I can still put good cards in my hand. Yeah, I don't know exactly why I grabbed a king. I have one. It's not more useful than a regular throw right now. And then actually after those splits, which actually, let's see if we can't. Okay, it's hard to tell what this is, but it's a Jack 10 8 and a King 7. After I split them, I realized I didn't like it. Like, I want the fast throw. Okay, let's start from the beginning. I don't care for pulling back the king at this juncture because the chance of me doing damage and not just killing him outright is ludicrous. Like, King Spin gets me nothing at this point in the game. Jack is useful because it's an attack that undercuts his 2. And additionally, I might be able to get chip damage and lead into one of the other spins in my hand, and that's the other reason King isn't good. Like, I have one in hand. So on the off chance that I only do chip damage with a Jack or, God help me, a Queen, like, I'm already set. I can already King Spin. But additionally, like, he hasn't played the throws that beat it, really. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't endorse it. But then I put a Jack 10 and an 8 together. And if I had my way all over again, I would probably do Jack 7, King 10 8. Now, well, if I had my turn over, I would have taken back a dodge, almost certainly. And I guess the king functions in that respect as well, so at the very least get double usage out of it. But yeah, I don't endorse the piles that I did this time. But well, he ends up giving me the Jack 10 8, which I think is like correct, but not that correct. Like, that basically has to scream, I don't have an attack faster than, or I don't have a throw that beats your 7, but I have one that beats your 8, which really just means he gets an 8 and not a 7. I try to dodge. I call for taxes on throws to be sneaky. And unfortunately I go to range. This is a no bueno situation, but he does lose that king to set that range, and I'm certainly happy about that. That's 2 of them gone. However, he still has the queen from earlier. He likely has another king in hand because his hand is pretty sizable. Yeah. I power up the 8s for consent. I grab the diamonds because I like the red suits together. From here, I block because I know mixed knowledge will fucking my day. I block even. Actually, why did I block even? And obviously they went poorly for me. I still think blocking even was clever because I have a lot of odd blocks. Like, oh, apparently there's my first fucking 5 actually. But like, 5s and 9s are such good, like, blocks. And furthermore, like, 3 8s here, 2 6s here. What? Come on, family. And then all my 4s, and I have a 10. Like, Anyway, he crosses me up. I don't like it, but I'm also not that worried. Like, I have a sizable life lead. What can he attack onto this? An ace for 14 damage, which is good, but like, it's not super worrying me yet. Because I mean, it's about the equivalent of being hit by his queen. A little bit better, but costs some more cards. Or does it? Queen costs nothing to, yeah, it costs some more cards. I try to be cheeky and catch a throw, and I made a mistake. And then I, bluff a jack, get fucked up, Oh man, losing my mind. Now things are hitting the worrisome level. I dodge again. Get thrown again. Okay, so he's clearly picked up on my tendency when I feel threatened to play defensively. Because that is definitely what I do. Hell, I do that as a human person. Like, I feel attacked, oh, I need to go and do something that makes me feel better. Or makes me feel less attacked. Like, stop engaging with you. Walk away. Actually, I'm a big fan of that. People think that you are obligated to respond to their questions, but you're not. Someone asks you a question and you think it's rude, or you don't have time for that kind of nonsense, don't. Leave. I 100% endorse that. I mean, I think, obviously there's a time and a place, but like, that's not a strategy I employ with people I love and like in my life. Like, I have a good friend, I wouldn't do that to her, but we have a different rapport where I could be like, hey, you're saying some things and I have some feelings about that and I'd like to work through them with you. She and I have a very good relationship. Other people though? Other strangers in particular, or people I don't know very well, you don't get the same level of consideration from me. You haven't earned it, because it's a lot of effort, and it's a lot of my very valuable time and insight, and I don't just share that with fucking anyone. I'm not Mother Teresa, which I know sometimes people get that fucked up because we have the same voice. But you know, I just want to let everyone know we're not. We're different people. Separate human women. Oh Christ, I lost my mind. Anyway, I just tried to dodge with the jack again. I got king thrown again. Now I don't have any blocks in hand, so I'm like, fuck me. And now I'm almost certain I just play a queen attack. Oh, no, I do the real thing and give out blocks. And I take back 2 evens and a nod. Okay, and now I'm guaranteed to... I put the dodge over by itself because the dodge is helpful. But now I have an odd and even block. He knows that, and I have to guess correctly. I blocked it before because I think he thinks that I want to conserve the 4 and he's going to go for an even one. And then he blocks for no, like, I don't see, like, what? I didn't see it coming. But I got out of range and I'm like, okay, sweet. Let's take this to the next level. He powers up queens for Piston Hurricane. So, obviously, for him it's play Piston Hurricane or throw. I guess possibly dodge, in case he thinks I have the other Joker. And I think I am probably cheeky and try to throw his dodge. Or, I either try to throw his dodge or throw just with my fastest throw in hopes of catching and playing not his fastest throw. He pumps all of the aces because I didn't face down because I didn't have a Joker, and is there a reason I didn't do that? I don't know. Clearly I didn't do it for dumb reasons. But I mean, like, the chance that he would respect it and let me live with one life, unfucking real. At any rate, I have 4 more of these to do, and they're a little bit involved for me, despite the fact that I am just an itinerant, like, thought parade. So, I'm not going to do them all at once. Here's one down. If I end up in a place with internet that's good enough to upload to YouTube, you will have this video. If not, it'll probably not until Monday, when I secretly do it at work, because I'm a terrible human. I can't. My work doesn't have enough work for me to do. And additionally, like, uploading a video to YouTube is not like an active endeavor. I'm just gonna drag, drop, leave for 20 minutes. Done. Anywho, thank you for watching. I'm a delight. Feel free to share that with everyone you know. If you're in the area, don't contact me. I'm just kidding. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but I'm stopping recording. I hope you had a good time delving into my synaptic burrows. Have a lovely day.